The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the NAKE'd podcast.
Who's spending way too much time on their Animal Crossing island? It's your DM Tech Guy, Alan.
I'm in the middle. It's Ethan.
Guess who's almost done with season 2, Jack Ryan, and really sad about it? It's Norma.
Guess who just got her quarantine survival present? Hey, it's Keelan. The other present I got, though, was a Park and Recs episode, y'all.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
It made me so happy when they announced it. I thought it was a hoax.
I thought it was going to be fake, too.
It usually is. Like, we never get to see our fandoms come back like this.
And they did it so perfectly to the times. It worked perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You were really worried about it.
I was worried that they were going to try to rewrite things or change things weird. But in reality, it was just some good old-fashioned Parks and Rec fun.
Or retcon something. Yeah, I definitely like the fact that they had the
Gristle
Grizzle
Video
template.
chat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
I just love the callbacks to previous episodes and these characters like just tuning right into who like they portrayed. It was so good. And I don't know, it was so wholesome. Like you wouldn't expect anything less from Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome because, Parks and Rec had done their fast forward. So they're able to do this in present time. And not only that, they did it just like as another episode of Parks and Rec. Like it hasn't been off the air for years.
Yeah, the only scary part about the whole situation is that I hope they don't make a habit of it.
Yeah.
Like, do you want a yearly Parks and Rec special of, I don't know, they all get together to celebrate some holiday?
I don't think so. I think, Parks and Rec writers, they have enough sense, and then also they have enough, like, to know, like, you can't milk something dry. And I think they ended their series beautifully. It was such a good ending, and one of the few shows you can say had a good ending.
Yeah, not many other shows.
See, I argue that.
What?
On Parks and Rec, I think when it ends and she becomes national parks director, that's where it should have ended. I think they went too long.
It could have, and I would have been happy with it.
Yeah. But then we wouldn't have the beautiful ending for all the other characters. That's the entire point of the last season. It wasn't one last episode to try and cover everyone's arc. It was all of theirs throughout the last season.
Yeah.
I liked that.
I know, but mystery's always better in some cases.
Your imagination.
But that's the thing is we never get to see past the wrap up episode. And so for them to give a whole season to what after, like, I don't know, it's kind of comforting to me. And then I wouldn't want them to come out with like a yearly team up, but if there was something big going on like there is now, then I wouldn't mind seeing something else again.
All I'm saying is, do you put it past the Parks and Rec writers to, we're going to all get together for the 2020 election and they're doing election night crap like they used to do on the show, but in person. All right. Or they're going to get together for Christmas one year.
But they weren't like political in the sense of like pushing one agenda or the other. It was more relevant
Leslie's
to their
agenda.
world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess the whole thing that I was kind of disappointed in, Leslie didn't endorse Biden.
No.
Oh my god.
I don't think she can. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I mean,
Yeah.
Amy Poehler in general is probably someone who advocates very hardly for girls. I think she runs like a girls empowerment page on Facebook too. So with the allegations for Biden, probably not. But it would have been funny as hell. It's like, oh my god, you protect that man.
He's a national treasure.
But I did how everyone actually just seamlessly channeled their character, except for Tom. Aziz Ansari, I didn't feel like he was there.
Like Tom enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did kind of fall a little flat.
But him himself, he said he's progressed past all that, and he doesn't really, he's not like that anymore.
I was really surprised whenever I saw him in Master of None. Like, he actually played a pretty relatable character, not someone who's whiny or a little delusional like he played in Parks and Rec.
I love that
I
show.
still
That
haven't
when they
seen
canceled
Master,
it.
though.
I mean, they only canceled it because he had a bad date, you know? He was that guy, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. He went on a date, and I guess he tried to kiss her, it turned him down, and then afterwards he sexually assaulted her because he kissed her without her permission.
That's
Heavy sigh.
So that's why he disappeared, and they
gosh.
canceled Master
Oh,
9.
God.
And he came back, and he talks about it in his new stand-up he put out.
That's good. I need to actually dedicate some time to stand up. I don't think I've ever seen any of them.
Speaking of growing as a person, how did you guys like that series or season finale of Dave?
Oh, was it the season
Yeah.
finale?
Yeah,
That was the last episode.
I don't know. It was interesting. First started, I was expecting it to be like a music video
Me too.
episode.
Yeah.
And then when it was a music only episode, I don't know. It was different.
Honestly, when the episode started, I thought that was real life for him, and the fact that he actually went to jail, and he's about to like pull his junk out on stage, and I'm just like, no, Dave, don't do it, no. I was really relieved when it turned out it was just his visualization of the song.
Who else wanted to hear the whole song to see how it ties in at the end?
Yes.
I want to hear it.
You know, that's going to be like how he launches an album or something now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't doubt it. I was wondering if like he was able to quit the current label he was with, if that was how he meets Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be really cool. I can't wait to have Snoop Dogg on the show.
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. I actually enjoyed it. It was something different. I mean, it kept us
And it had
engaged.
such a vast range.
I liked how they did the last episode. I just, at some point, I'm a very visual person. So at some point, I wanted the show to come back. After a certain point, I couldn't focus on it as much anymore, even though I love Dave. I love his story. I love what's going on with him. But I just started looking at my phone.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hey, I'm Lil Dicky.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Who's Dave? I do this every time. I need to stop.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that series. I thought it was really good. It was very creative, and you did see some growth in him at the very end. I felt a little bit bad for him whenever Allie just sent him a thumbs up, but I think that's going to be the Molly song for him.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited because you know season 2 is going to have to be that whole album, so because it's really a story album.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the songs tell a story.
Yeah.
I'm going to finally listen to his music.
You never listen to his music?
I've never listened to his music.
You never heard of Lil Dicky? Dave, the two-biz major?
Jesus.
Sorry, I just quoted a song.
The show itself, though, was racy. You know, like the prison scene in the series finale. I was like, okay, this is like, I don't want, no, like, stop. But
Where he's talking about what he's going to use as currency.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
But
So
you know, it's
it
kind of
ma-
nice that. Sorry, go ahead.
It made me feel the same way that current show Hollywood's been making me feel. It's like this story's kind of interesting, but it doesn't need to be so sexual.
That's the point of it, though. Y'all, I'm loving this Hollywood show. Not just because of all the sexual, but because of the sexual. It's showing what Hollywood was really like in the 50s or is really like now. Like, this is what Corey Feldman was fighting to get out. They're finally showing a truth.
Yeah, no, I get you. I guess I'm just not the target demographic of this series.
I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, but the good thing is that we don't have a government that censors us in the content that we watch, even if it's your jam or you're not your jam. Unlike China.
Yeah. Fuck China.
Well,
You can't even watch one over there.
right. Well, so speaking on Winnie the Pooh, Ted Cruz, the man himself, the myth, the legend,
The legend.
the podcaster. He gets a couple
The one who doesn't know how to talk on a podcast.
right. He got a couple
Sorry.
bills up that he's put up, and one of them is the Script Act. So it actually, I think, will affect Hollywood heavily if it passes.
What is the Script Act?
Honestly,
So the basic terms are pretty much they want to, if you're censoring your art for China's standards, then you don't have access to the U.S. military weapons or properties.
To film
Yeah.
your films.
yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a Top Gun 2. Who plays Maverick?
Tom Cruise. He came
I
back.
knew about it.
In
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what?
Yeah, he's an instructor now. He's back at the school, and he's the instructor at the school now.
Interesting.
I knew about Top Gun 2. I vaguely remember the information on it.
I think we might
I
have
don't
talked
remember
to
when
them
it's supposed to
about
come
it on one of the first Circle of Jerks.
I think you're right.
Call
been a minute.
back. Go check out the Circle of Jerks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just a Dutch writer.
So the Pentagon is like renting out their equipment for these
So
movies. Is
when
that what's going on?
They want to film a big budget
Yeah.
movie, and they say you need a shot of a carrier. They have access to U.S. military carriers to take that shot. You know what I mean? And then they can use that in the film for the films. So this would restrict them from being able to use any U.S. military aircraft. So the F-16 fighter jets, if they do a movie and the bad guy's flying a jet or something, usually they film the U.S. Army flying. So it's going to limit all that. Which I'm kind of for, you know? Why should they use taxpayers' dollar or taxpayers' dollars bought that equipment, they're using it, and they're not even using their American values?
Yeah, I'm not on board with Hollywood censoring themselves for China. We shouldn't pander to them at all.
I just feel like a foreign country shouldn't tell us what to do, like with our own media. Like you have your own thing going on in your own country. Like, leave us alone.
You don't like our movies? Fuck off.
Well, I think if they're censoring them or putting them in, the China guidelines, then it's more about getting widespread ability, about more people seeing it. I don't know. I don't see an issue with it. I think it's weird that somebody can say, no, you can't use our stuff if you're going to have movie guidelines on it. I probably don't have the full story, but,
Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
Well,
It's
Ted
not-
Cruz
it's
put it in a
un-American.
way in the video.
It's un-American to make a movie?
no, but
Okay,
why are you using taxpayers, funded equipment, and then you're going to go against what our Constitution stands for?
I don't think it's going against what our Constitution stands for. You want as many people to see your movie as possible. You're just going for that profit margin.
So exactly. So you're arguing for, money over principle. That's the argument. So
I don't know. I just see.
should Hollywood
Think of-
stand up to the principles that we, to be America portrayed as, or do we let China control that? I guess.
I mean,
so we watched a video about it earlier. Think of it this way. Ted Cruz put a really good way of kind of describing how the issue is. You've
Yeah.
seen the Freddie Mercury movie, right? The
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. In China, they can't mention or kind of
acknowledge his sexuality.
Yeah.
It's Freddie Mercury. How do you talk about Freddie Mercury
That
without
sounds like a shitty
acknowledging
country.
sexuality?
Let's overthrow them.
That's the plan. I'm just kidding, China. It was a joke.
But no, I understand where y'all are coming from. If a filmmaker wants to censor themselves, like, fuck it. I don't know.
Then that's fine.
But then they shouldn't use U.S. property in their films.
US property. Are they like decommissioned stuff that's just now basically props?
No, I mean, how are you gonna take a shot of a carrier? Who has a carrier lying around? The only people you have that are the U.S. government or, other governments.
Define carrier. Is that like the big helicopter with the space in the middle?
That is the giant ship that has everything on it. That is the biggest ship that we have.
CGI it.
Well, they have to have something to build CGI off of. CGI
Pictures.
Yeah, how are you going to without access to it?
I mean, I figure at this point in time, there's enough pictures and videos that you can build a CGI model of just about everything.
Yeah, they're getting to that point. So that's why I don't see why this law is such an issue. If they want to CGI it, then do their thing.
Well, also, they are using their media outlets during, showing these movies to buy time, promoting their propaganda about America. Why should we let them display our movies if they are using it to, in turn, talk shit about our country and brainwash theirs?
So, what Ted's bringing up on Top Gun. Why should we be okay with whoever's producing it? Paramount, I guess, maybe. But who's ever producing the movie to the existence of the Taiwanese people?
What kind of film are they making?
Yeah. They had remove the flags from the Taiwan and Japanese flag on his
China
jacket.
says they Taiwan. Taiwan says they're their own independent state. So if you want to air a movie in Taiwan, you can't, or in China, you can't even mention that Taiwan exists.
Can we please just overthrow China? Poor babies. What have they been dealing with over there? I knew it was bad, but gosh. Not even acknowledge another country?
Do you want to hear a tinfoil hat theory? Or that's going around right now?
Tinfoil hat time, it's tinfoil hat time.
So,
Always down.
Right now, I say that Amazon, 10,000 cameras that are blacklisted by the U.S. government already, and they have built-in facial recognition and heat monitoring and all that, and temperature monitoring, and that they said the Chinese developed these to track down the Uyghur Muslims, but we camped them, and then so Amazon bought that technology to use at their facilities.
That's super
For
intense.
what?
To monitor their employees.
Where all the workers are going.
Yeah, to monitor their employees on their campuses and to record temperature readings.
That's creepy as fuck.
The only place I'd want temperature reading cameras is at a hospital.
Nah, they could just have a doctor check your temperature. They don't need a camera.
I actually kind of like that, the whole temperature reading at the hospital when you're walking in. They'll be able to identify who's sick with a fever.
Yeah.
Who needs immediate attention.
I think that's a upside to this, that people take the hospital a little more serious now, and they don't go there for things they don't need to be there. Go to the med clinic for this.
Well, that wraps up another great episode. Thanks for joining us. Find our memes and other great content on Twitter and Instagram at OG_TheNakedPod.
Run over to our website, officialmillennials.com, and you'll find our wonderful blog, some notes here and there from others, and a link to our Patreon, where for $1 you become a patron.
What do we get out of the $1 patron?
All of Alan's love and respect.
I'm okay with that.
And a handwritten note.
No handwritten note. My handwriting's shitty. While you're on the internet, definitely hop over to our Twitch and Mixer channels. On Twitch, we're Official Millennials. On Mixer, we're Official Mills. we will be trying to do some streaming this summer, so definitely check that out. Maybe we'll have a live show, and I will be doing streaming Mondays and Thursdays over at Mixer and Twitch. My handle is PeachZ90.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can find all of our episodes with a little extra fun mixed in. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, we love you.
This is an official Millennials production.